A.J. Brown just abusing Minkah Fitzpatrick over and over again. Boom! Damn, boy. You my son and you my son. That boy Arthur Juan Brown is cold, dog. Come on! What is going on, Eagles fans? Happy Victory Monday. Your Philadelphia Eagles are now 7-0, matching the best start in franchise history. Welcome to another video here on the Philly Pod YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for the support you have shown to the channel thus far. 100 subscribers in the day and a half or so that I launched this. You guys have been phenomenal, supportive. The excitement shown towards the channel has been amazing. I couldn't imagine it. I put off starting a channel for so long, and now I feel like I'm kind of late to the punch, but you guys have made it fun to this point. I can't wait to provide more content moving forward. Be sure to subscribe, click the bell for notifications so you don't miss any content moving forward. The content becomes a little easier to create when your team is doing as well as the Philadelphia Eagles are, defeating the Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday 35-13 behind the dominant performance of one Arthur Juan Brown. Mr. 1K always open himself, A.J. Brown, setting career highs across the board. 156 yards, his first 3-touchdown day of his career. He is so good that the NFL thinks he is cheating. They are drug testing this man. He had to take a drug test this morning. A.J. Brown put it on Twitter, and I don't see nobody else like Cooper Kupp, but he's not getting drug tested. Alvin Kamara, 3 touchdowns yesterday. Tony Pollard, 3 touchdowns yesterday. Dante Foreman, 3 touchdowns yesterday. Christian McCaffrey literally ran one in, caught one, and threw one. And the trifecta. He's not getting drug tested. I mean, Che. I'm just saying. I'm not accusing nobody, nothing. I'm just saying. Regardless, A.J. Brown, 3 touchdowns yesterday. Drug test him every week if you have to. It's not our fault that the 29th ranked pass defense got used and abused by a guy like A.J. Brown. Minkah Fitzpatrick, man, if there's anything that needs to be tested, it is the mental stability of Minkah Fitzpatrick after getting abused the way he did yesterday. That man was mad and angry. He just nothing you can do in that situation. A.J. Brown, every single one of his touchdowns came off go routes in double coverage. There's just nothing you can do. A.J. Brown caught touchdowns of 29 yards, 27 yards, and 39 yards, all in the first half, becoming the first player in NFL history to catch 3 touchdowns of 25-plus yards in the first half. The first player since 2004. The first player in 18 years. Nobody's done it in 18 years, and A.J. Brown does it. An Eagles receiver does it. Think of the days of Deontay Burnett, J-Jaw, Jalen Reagor, Jordan Matthews, all these guys that we were watching and hoping could become receivers. We had to deal with like Robert Davis and like all these random guys of 2019. Like it is wild to have the plethora of talent that the Eagles do now, and a top receiver like A.J. Brown, a very clear top 5 receiver in A.J. Brown, an alpha male, just a man amongst boys. It is wild to watch, and it's almost surreal that he is in Eagles green, and he is showing exactly why the Eagles wasted no time handing him a $100 million contract the minute they traded for him on draft night from the Tennessee Titans, who for whatever reason didn't want to pay A.J. Brown that money. They said, we'll take the pick. We'll draft Treylon Burks. He's A.J. Brown light. We can get by with our offense predicated on Derrick Henry. Malik Willis sure did look like he could have used an A.J. Brown yesterday. It was a rough go for him. In fact, A.J. Brown's 659 yards this year is more than every Titans wide receiver put together. All the Titans receivers put together, 658 yards this year. A.J. Brown by himself, 659. I think the Titans, if they could go back in time, they would reconsider it, but it's too late now. He's an Eagle, and it is amazing. All pro. He's gonna be an all pro this year, and he's gonna far eclipse the 1,000-yard mark. The Eagles haven't had a 1,000-yard receiver since Jeremy Maclin in 2014. A.J. Brown was, like, knock on wood, like something catastrophic happens, A.J. Brown was gonna eclipse that. So very exciting things from A.J. Brown. On to the guy that has been throwing him the ball, Jalen Hurts. A.J. Brown makes Jalen Hurts look like a star, and vice versa. Jalen Hurts, in some ways, revitalized his MVP campaign yesterday. He kind of cooled off a little bit after the first couple games, but man, he put the league back on notice yesterday. 19 of 28, 68% completion, 285 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 140.6 passer rating, and now a 7-0 record. Jalen Hurts is the first Eagles quarterback in franchise history to win 10 consecutive regular season games. Jalen Hurts has not lost a game since November 28th of last season, that Giants game that he probably should have won if Jalen Reagor catches one of 2 potential touchdowns. Granted, Jalen Hurts was off of that game, still had his team in position to win. Jalen Reagor doesn't catch it. Here we are. But since that loss, Jalen Hurts has not lost a regular season game. And if it wasn't evident a couple weeks ago, it sure as hell is evident now that he is the answer at quarterback, at least for now. And the Eagles will indeed extend him the first minute they're able to do so. He's not eligible yet. He won't be eligible till after the season, but best believe the Eagles will extend that man the first second they can. I think that's a given at this point. Some injury notes. Jordan Davis, of course, the minute they're about to expand his role, they're using him in more 4-man fronts. That's all we've been screaming about all year long. Use Jordan Davis in this, put him in more 4-man fronts. You got to use him in these certain situations. The minute Jonathan Gannon started to expand his role, what happens? He gets injured. High ankle sprain in the second quarter, had to be carted into the facility. He is due to miss 4 to 6 weeks. So prayers up for the top rookie. Some defensive notes. Now, I like the wide receiver trio in Pittsburgh. If there's one thing Pittsburgh can do, it's draft wide receivers and find wide receiver talent. Deontay Johnson, very good. He just got paid as part of that spectacular 2019 wide receiver class. Chase Claypool, as we all remember, I'm sure, the 4 touchdowns he beat us with a couple of years ago. And George Pickens, a very good rookie in his own right, arguably one of the top receivers in that draft. The Eagles defense held those receivers to just 80 yards receiving in that game. Deontay Johnson, 35 yards, 5 catches. Chase Claypool, 45 yards on 4 catches. And George Pickens was held without a reception for the first time in his young career. Has had a catch in every game this year up until the Eagles. You could thank James Bradberry. You could thank Darius Slay. Kenny Pickett obviously didn't want to challenge Darius Slay a whole lot. Didn't hear his name a whole lot yesterday. James Bradberry, I feel like, was targeted like 20 times. I have to go to PFF or whatever to get the target information, but I feel like James Bradberry was constantly thrown at. And aside from the DPI penalty later on, I think he did a good job. Used his physicality to keep Pickens in check, and did a good job doing that. Bradberry is another guy who is, I think, playing out of the Eagles' pay range. He's playing too well. Not too well, but he's going to be too expensive to retain next offseason based on the level of play. The best corner tandem this city has seen since Lito and Sheldon, since potentially Bobby Taylor and Troy Vincent, for those of us that are old enough to remember that. It is very, very good cornerback tandem in conjunction with very good wide receivers in Philadelphia. I don't know when that has ever happened at the same time, but here we are. It's blissful right now in Philadelphia. Some more defensive notes. Linebackers. Let us all just... We've yearned so long for linebacker play. We have just wanted one good linebacker. I only want one. Just give me one good one. Not Alex Singleton or Nate Gary or Zach Brown or Nigel Bradham was good. He helped us with the Super Bowl. But man, Kaiser White and TJ Edwards yesterday combined for 24 tackles, active, busy, sideline to sideline, speed. They have it all. TJ Edwards, 2 passes defended yesterday, one of which led to the CJ Gardner-Johnson interception. Speaking of Gardner-Johnson, hell of a performance yesterday. 1 sack, 1 pass defended, 1 interception, 8 tackles. I'm sure there was some deal cut before the trade, how we said, hey, if you play like a top safety, we'll pay you like a top safety. And CJ's getting better and better and better by the week. Another guy in the offseason, how he's going to have to try and figure out. But man, Howie Roseman is getting substantial returns on every single free agent signing. And you still have Nakobe Dean waiting in the hyperbolic time chamber, just hanging out, just waiting to be used. He couldn't even get in the game in garbage time, though, which was a bit concerning. I'm going to have to see, why does my computer always freeze? What the Robert Quinn, the newly acquired Robert Quinn, 20 snaps yesterday, had 1 QB hit, still getting acclimated with the playbook, obviously, still learning his way through the defense, but good to see him in there for the snaps that he was in there for, still applying pressure, so that's very good to see as well. And of course, the Eagles were able, once they built that 22-point lead, they were able to pull their starter, Sirianni did, with just under 10 minutes to go. And I obviously don't want anybody to get hurt, and you need the extended rest on the way to Houston. Houston's on Thursday night, Eagles on a short week. But I had a FanDuel ticket, A.J. Brown touchdown, A.J. Brown 100 yards, Jalen Hurts 300 yards passing. And Jalen Hurts gets pulled with 285 yards. Damn it. There was a couple drops. And A.J. Brown, I'm sure if he runs for that fourth one, he probably gets it. But if he doesn't get pulled, that is a lock. It is a win. It is a winner. And I'm $100 richer. It's a bad beat, man. I'm not being selfish. I'm glad we got the win. Bad beat, man. Bad beat. Thank you guys for checking out this quick little recap video. I'm going to do an extended podcast on everything that happened yesterday. You can search it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Be sure to search the Philly Pod and subscribe to the audio version so you can go ahead and listen to that. Follow me on Twitter, Victor Williams, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff. Be sure to keep up to date on all the content going on over there. Can't thank you guys enough for the unwavering support of the YouTube channel. It's been fun to do thus far. Can't wait to keep it moving. Machine turns along. On to Thursday night, on to 8-0, and we'll see you guys then. Keep it locked here at the Philly Pod YouTube channel. Catch you at the next one.